Hi guys, unfortunately I am not here this afternoon, so I decided to record writing for your pleasure. I definitely suggest that you watch this so you know what you have to do after my writing lesson, and it also goes over your small group activities for today. So please make sure you are listening. So let me go ahead and go over today, Wednesday's writing assignment. All right. I have actually already gone through all of your Seesaw activities, and I have mentioned to you if there's anything incomplete or if you need to fix something. Remember, the big thing with what we're doing while we're combining sentences that have the same subjects but different predicates is subjects and verbs must agree with one another. Okay, they have to agree with one another. So if a subject is singular, its verb must end in an S. Remember, I told you to remember singular. Your verbs end in an S. That is, S's kind of stand out to me. And if a subject is plural, pause, the verb can be left alone. If the subject is plural, meaning more than one, you're going to pause and leave the verb alone. And if you remember Willy Wonka, I'm sorry, but rules are rules, rules of the house. Okay? So let's go through and take a look at some of these sentences. These are what I like to call sentences that are really messed up. Be sure to listen to me while I read the sentence. And I know it says chat the mistake, but I'm just going to go through and give you some time to see if you can recognize the mistake. So let's take a look at number 1. Bears, that's our subject, eats a lot of berries and then hibernates during the winter. I noticed that there's something wrong with this sentence. What do you think it is? Let's see if you can identify the subject first. What is the subject? If you said bears, you're correct. Kiss your brain. Bears. I noticed there's an S at the end of bears, so that must mean there are more than one. Plural. Plural. Pause. I know that I'm supposed to leave the verb, alone. Verb, like there's actions. Bears eats. Well, eat should be left alone. So why is there an S there? That's what's wrong. It shouldn't be bears eats, and that doesn't even sound right. It should just be bears eat a lot of berries and then hibernate during the winter. Remember, if your subject is plural, you do not need an S at the end of your verbs. So it should be bears eat a lot of berries and then hibernate during the winter. All right, let's see if we can do number 2. The athlete jog 10 miles each day and swim 20 laps. What do you think the mistake is here? What's messed up with this sentence? Let's look at the subject. What is the subject here? Remember, the subject is who or what the sentence is about, and it's always at the beginning. If you said athlete, do a quick me too. You're correct. The athlete. 1, singular. Singular. You need to have an S at your, okay, the athlete jogs. The jog should have an S. What other word should also have an S at the end? The athlete jogs 10 miles each day and swim 20 laps. What other word should I add an S to? It's another verb, an action word. The athlete jogs 10 miles each day and you said swim should be swims, you're correct. The correct sentence should be the athlete jogs 10 miles each day and swims 20 laps. All right, here's what I would like you to do. Read number 3 to yourself. What doesn't sound right in that sentence? You can actually read this one and hear the mistakes. Each day I folds the newspapers and delivers them to my customers. Sounds a little weird, doesn't it? What should it be? Read it back and say it the correct way and see if you get it right this time. If you say each day I fold the newspapers and deliver them to my customers, kiss your brain. It should not be folds and delivers. No, it should just be fold and deliver. Okay, let's look at the very last one. Sorry, I need to move my video. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. The students writes the letters and sends them to family members. What's wrong here? Take your pointer finger and point at the 2 words that are wrong in the sentence. The students writes the letters and sends them to the family members. What 2 words are not written correctly? You should be pointing at writes and sends. The students is plural. Plural. Pause. Don't mess with the verbs. It should just be write and send. Let's see if that's correct. Yes, the students write the letters and send them to family members. Okay, here is what your independent work is that you need to work on for today. Your independent work is completing the proofreading for your subject-verb agreement in your written expression folder on Seesaw. So your assignment is found in Seesaw and is called Proofreading for Subject-Verb Agreement. Also, you have your small group assignment as well. Today, you have your 3 tasks. Okay, so on top of your writing that I just mentioned you, so you might want to put a little star next to it, you have your ELA, which is Language Review Day 3, and we'll go over that Thursday morning. You have Math, Week 5 Daily Math, Day 3, which we will also go over Thursday morning. And last but not least, you get to write 5 spelling sentences in your Seesaw, in your spelling folder. You can find this. Guys, remember, as being big, almost 4th graders now, your spelling sentences should have at least 7, if not more, words with huge description. I don't want to know about just the flower, the yellow, beautiful flower. Use words to describe, and it can make your sentences sound so much better. Also, if you want to make them a little silly, I would love to see that. Okay, just make sure you're correctly capitalizing your sentences and putting correct punctuation at the end. And if anyone is missing any assignments, I will let parents know so you can get caught up on your work. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday afternoon. If you have any questions, please reach out to me.